Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to thank each and every person for your continued support, and may God really bless you. Back to the Kenyan politics. There's something I want you to understand as far as the Western politics are concerned. You know, the recent happenings in the Kenya Kwanza government has left so many people wondering what could be happening. One is the way you see Rigathi Gachagua is now operating on his own without any backup from the president. The president seems to ignore Rigathi Gachagua much. And when the president tries to ignore Rigathi Gachagua much, he has left Rigathi Gachagua to work on his own, to make his own decisions without any consultation or without any other advice. Now, this has been evident. Rigathi is a man who believes that is the one who made Ruto the president. He has spoken this severally, even on public rallies. And Ruto hates this statement so much. As much as Ruto could say that he made Uhuru Kenyatta the president, Rigathi Gachagua was now moved into the public, telling the people of Central that if it were not me, Ruto could have not made it to the presidency. So Rigathi believes that no, I made Ruto the president. Now, I want you to look at the emerging issues in this government. Of late, if you've keenly watched the politics from the Western region, it's like, to me, when I see using a third eye, I sense something. The way these guys are operating, it's like they have been promised something, right? Now tell me, which important development that Ruto has taken to the people of Central? Which any other important development? None, right? But look at the Western. We now have an airstrip. You can easily fly from Nairobi to Kakamega. Now look at how these guys are behaving. The Western region has two senior-most politicians in Ruto's government. One is Moses Wetangula. Moses Wetangula is the third most powerful person in government when we remove Musalia. Let's put Musalia aside and go as per the current constitution of Kenya. The administrative hierarchy is the president, the deputy, and the speaker of the National Assembly. So Wetangula becomes the third most powerful person in Ruto's government. Now, here comes Musalia, who shares some responsibilities with Rigathi Gachagua, right? And now, I have been watching the emerging meetings from the Western. You find everybody has started rallying behind Musalia Mudavadi. I saw what Didmas Baraza was saying. Didmas Baraza was saying, we must respect and honor Musalia Mudavadi. Now, it's like they have begun to speak in one voice behind Musalia Mudavadi. This tells you what? To my own understanding, it's like Ruto has promised these guys something and he has given them a ball. The ball is in your court, now play it. This ball is what? Realign yourselves. Once, this is a region that used to be an ODM stronghold. Now, the president is telling them, put yourselves together. Once I'm convinced that you are together and you can speak in one voice, then definitely I promise you something come 2027. Now, when you look at the political CV, the political curriculum vitae of Musalia Mudavadi, you find that if there is a qualified person to run as a deputy president or a president, then Musalia Mudavadi gets a score. Look at how he thinks. Just watch the recent statements from Musalia Mudavadi. It looks like, Musalia is more qualified politically than even William Ruto himself. Musalia Mudavadi is more qualified in politics than Rigathi Gachagua himself. Rigathi has been a member of parliament, and this is the first time he's stepping into the highest office. But look at Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi has been a member of parliament. Musalia Mudavadi has been a minister several times. Musalia Mudavadi has been a deputy prime minister. Musalia Mudavadi has been a vice president. This is not someone you can joke with. If it's the experience of understanding how the government should be run, then Musalia qualifies to have the qualities, because he has been in the executive and he understands how things are being run. He has been a humble vice president. He has been a humble minister. He has been a humble member of parliament. And now he is the prime minister. That tells you what? If Ruto is to go as per, the always kawaida manifesto begins to work after term 1, right? Right now they are laying foundation. They are looking for network. Sahi watu wanapanga serikali. They are just wanatapatapa kuunda serikali. As we speak, Ruto has not yet settled in forming his government, right? All the promises he was giving him was a lie. He couldn't manage because right now he's busy aligning government. So the manifesto promises, at least they will start working after first term. And for him to succeed in this, he must find someone who is focused in achieving the records, right? But when you look at Rigathi is a man who is too proud for nothing, a man who is after blaming Raila Odinga, a man who is after tribalism. If you take away the Raila agenda from Rigathi, if you take away the tribalism agenda from Rigathi, he remains with nothing. But honestly, you've watched Rigathi Gachagua's sentiments in public, in church, and elsewhere. What important speech, what important developmental speech that the Rigathi has ever made, that you can tell me, Kaka, go refer to this death and this death, find that the Rigathi was speaking something substantive as per the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. Just tell me even one, right? Look at how he operates. Just tell me even a single video. Tell me, Kaka, go to such and such a forum, go to such and such a link and refer. At such a time, Rigathi spoke something that can build the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. Nothing. Day in, day out, we found empty coffers. Day in, day out, Raila failed the government. Day in, day out, hii ni serikali ya Wakikuyu. Day in, day out, viti yenye imebakia ni ya UDA. Day in, day out, viti imebaki ni ya Karanja na Njoroge. Day in, day out, yani, Rigathi is thinking oscillates between ni nani amepewa viti kwa Azimio, ni nani ameachwa kwa UDA, Raila leo ameenda wapi na amezungumza nini, na hii serikali ya Kenya Kwanza sisi ndio tuliunda, na mimi ndio nilimfanya William Ruto kuwa president. If you take away all this from Rigathi, he remains with nothing, right? Now, look at Musalia Mudavadi. Just watch all the statements made by Musalia Mudavadi in Kenya Kwanza government. And Musalia Mudavadi hinted recently at the forum in Western. Musalia hinted and told the people of Western that, just be assured, there is no way you can beat William Ruto right now that he has the system on his hands. In the 2022 election, Ruto was outside government as per Musalia Mudavadi, and he defeated them or he stole from them, whichever way. And now, don't you think you can defeat Ruto when he has a system on his hands? So it means Raila na Kalonzo hata wakifanya vile watafanya, still in 2027 accept we are having William Ruto back as the president. That's for a fact, and you cannot hide this unless magic happens. William Ruto is coming for second term. And in his sentiments, he was telling the people of Western that, look guys, this is where government is. And if you want us to succeed, we must come together and support this government, right? On the other hand, you heard what Didmas Baraza was telling the residents, meaning these guys have been promised something. And this something is either to pick Musalia Mudavadi as a running mate in 2027. Are you getting it? Now, let me take you back a little bit. I understand myself that once you are a competent deputy president and unamheshimu mdosi wako ambaye ni rais, right? You are supposed to play law in any function. You are supposed to play law so that he be seen. But in the recent past, the statements I've seen from Rigathi, he exalts himself, demeaning the president. Wakati mtu anaenda na anasema kama sio sisi hangepata kiti, hiyo inamaanisha nini? Diminishing the president, exalting himself. Yaani kama sio yeye, Ruto hangekuwa rais, meaning Rigathi is the government. Minus him, Ruto is nothing as the president. That is a simple interpretation, right? And now, Ruto, having realized the pride from this man, he is skipping off. He is withdrawing from him and letting him embarrass himself. So Ruto amesema, okay, kama umekataa kusikia, and if this is what you are doing, then what I'll do is silently withdraw myself from you and then let you work alone. But then I give you some junior people to deal with you on my behalf. One of them is Johnson Sakaja from Western Kenya. So, in simple terms, in all the things I've explained, this is my summary. William Ruto does not want to directly fight Gachagua. Why? Uhuru Kenyatta directly fought William Ruto. And by doing so, William Ruto was made a president through sympathy. Yaani Wakenya walisema, mdosi wako anakupiga, pole sana, sisi tutakuchagua. And during the campaigns, Ruto was telling people, I will never do this to my deputy, right? So Ruto doesn't want to look like he is directly fighting Rigathi Gachagua. Why? If we does so, maswali yataanza. Wewe ulilia umepigwa, na mbona wewe unapiga huyu. So to do that, Ruto is playing low and then fronting the Western. In simple terms, Ruto is using the Western region to bring down Rigathi. Alright? This is the trick. Sakaja ameambiwa, wewe tandika huyu. Mutandike kabisa. Unapo mutandika, they will start responding back to you. Wakianza kukurespond back to you, activate leaders from Western waanze kusema Rigathi ameanza kupigana na Waluya. You get it? You didn't get this. Let me re-explain. This is what I mean. Ruto amejificha. Hataki kupigana na Rigathi directly so that aonekane kwamba ameanza kufanya zile vitu ambazo alikataa wakiwa na Uhuru. Right? Now to do this, the president is fronting Sakaja. Sakaja ni Mluya. It comes from Western. Ruto amepatia Sakaja clear instructions. Beat this man to the wall. Once you beat this man to the wall, when he starts to attack you, just activate leaders from Western to defend you and say, Gachagua is fighting the Luya nation. Once that happens, Ruto is hiding in tribal divisive politics to divide and rule. Right? Yani, anajificha ndani ya siasa ya ukabila. Wewe mpiga as an individual. Ukishampiga as an individual, akianza kurespond back, wewe kuja in public, ambia watu wako, wakikuja wanakugonga. So, the press conferences from Western zitakuwa zinasema, Rigathi ameanza kudiminish, Rigathi ameanza kupiga Waluya, and not Sakaja as a person. Haya. Watu wa Western wakianza kusema Rigathi anapiga Waluya, then watu wa Central wataanza kusema Waluya wameanza kuchapa Rigathi. So Wakikuyu, uliona kina Wamushomba wameanza kuzungumza. Uliona kina governor huyu, ni governor wa Nyeri huyu, sijui Kahiga or what. Na yeye pia ameanza kusema, meaning the Kikuyus are saying Sakaja is fighting the Kikuyus. That is fighting Gachagua. And Sakaja is saying Wakikuyu are fighting the Waluya. This is Ruto's strategy to divide and rule, create enmity between them so that you keep ruling. If you didn't understand this, haujui siasa Kenya. God bless you. Asanteni sana.